Aloha mai kako, what is up everyone? Welcome to my channel if you're new here, or welcome back if you've already subscribed. Mahalo for being here and joining me at the table of truth as I open up space to connect with self and align with divine. Now, first off, I just want to say that we are heading into the full moon this evening. It's July 13th. And sometimes I'll mention times, if you've noticed throughout my videos, and other times I won't, but I just feel like it's significant for someone. Perhaps, again, stemming off of my last video, we're talking about death. 13 is representative of the death card in the tarot. So going into this full moon, we may be very well learning to release all of those things that really shadow our inner spaces. And what we're doing is we're bringing in the new dawn, which interestingly enough, it's probably like 5 in the morning. And this is a very early video recording session. I usually don't do early mornings, but Spirit told me, get up. Eala, rise up. And so with that, I'm really just being led. I mean, I'm always led, but some days just more urgently than others. So I'm going to do a like a wisdom chant, if you will. This is calling upon Akua, or the Most High, or Most Divine Source, for knowledge, calling upon our ancestors, calling upon our spirit guides for guidance and protection through the darkness, through the death, into the light of dawn and rebirth. So this is just to gain more insight. This chant is called Eho Mai. Let me get my Eho mai, kai ke mai, luna mai e. O nā mea huna noi au, o nā mele e. Eho mai, eho mai, eho mai, eho mai, kai ke mai, luna mai e. O nā mea huna noi au, o nā mele. Eho mai, eho mai, eho mai, eho mai, kai ke mai, luna mai e. O nā mea huna noi au, o nā mele. Eho mai, eho mai, eho mai. I definitely felt restriction. I'll have to work on that. But I felt it is morning time, but I felt restriction in the throat. So I'm feeling like Spirit is telling us, stand firm in your beliefs, stand firm in your truth. Divine is here to guide us. There's nothing to fear. There's nothing to be nervous, anxious, unwell, diseased about. Now is the time for us to call upon that knowledge from above. So this chant means grant knowledge from above of the secret things of wisdom contained in chants. Grant it, grant it, grant it. At least that's the translation that I have in front of me. But let us affirm wellness, harmony, healing, strength, courage, patience, compassion, empathy, reception to an abundance of love and life within our physical, mental, and spiritual selves. Let them be in union. Let's affirm that for the day, this day, and each day forward. I felt very shaky during the chant, and again, I attribute that to possibly meaning that we're not fully confident in our own truth. Maybe that's because we're still discovering it. So what I want to do is pick a card reading. What is the influence of this full moon on you? What's happening in your life right now under the influence of this full moon? So I'm going to go ahead and set up the piles. I think I'm only going to do 3 piles. And timestamps will have to be in the description box below. So Let me set up the piles and I'll be right back. All right, so I'm back and let's get started. We have pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. So I'll go ahead and insert a top view picture so it's a little bit easier for you to go ahead and choose your pile, and I'll insert that now. Of course, feel free to go ahead and pause the video if you need a little extra time to see which pile resonates the most with you. All right, so if you've chosen pile number 1, let's go ahead and get into your reading. All right, so pile number 1, I have this piece of lava rock. And I'm feeling like with the rough nature and obviously how it was formed, the cooling of lava, there's a lot of pele, fire energy in this deck. So I'm feeling like the truth might be a little rough, but the truth still holds or is a thing of beauty. So I don't know what we're going to get into, but I'm feeling like the truth is going to just have to be spoken on this one. So tune in, be open, be receptive, and allow yourself to grow. All right, so the first card we have in this pile is the 9 of Wands. Yes, look at that passion, fire, that Pele energy. Interesting, interesting. The 9 of Wands, I'm feeling like with this full moon, you are definitely climbing the mountain. You're definitely really reaching a pivotal moment of accomplishment, it feels like, or you're feeling like you're really putting in a lot of effort, a lot of hard work in your life and in your journey, and you are still feeling hopeful, but it is a very difficult, arduous journey that you've been on, and you're just really hoping to reap the benefits of that. And I feel like this full moon energy is pulling out a lot of this fire energy in you to get to the root of the problems. All right, so then we're going to go into the creativity deck. Yes, flash. A creative flash of inspiration will come to you and quickly give you the perfect solution, because that's what you're looking for, is to really reach that summit of solution and healing and accomplishment. But I'm feeling like these things are coming in. This is giving me 8 of Wands energy. What else do we have? There is delay, though. Spirit is saying, confront the natural tendency to delay the finishing of a creative endeavor. Why? Because you're almost there. You're almost there. You've almost reached the point where you need to be at. Just like this full moon is rising. You know, we're going to go through this day and we're going to reach this zenith, this point or peak. But in order for us to do that, or in order for you to do that, sorry, pile number 1, I always include myself in the readings because I'm channeling you guys. So it's not so much a you, it is an us. This will speak to different aspects of ourselves on any given day, so it's all applicable. But anyway, in order to reach this summit, learn to confront our natural tendency to delay things, put things off, procrastinate. But we got to do that by using our intuition, tapping in, tuning in to divine messages of truth. Allow the limitless power of your unconscious mind to answer your problems by using symbols, memories, and hunches. You may have been having a lot of deja vu, perhaps. I'm seeing deja vu in accompaniment with dreams. Like the deja vu is sparking a memory of a past dream you may have had, or a reoccurring dream. But use your intuition to really discern what these things mean, what the symbols mean, the symbolism in the day around you, whatever you see going through your journey of life for any given day. What do those things mean? And it's not to overanalyze it and think too hard. It's really to just allow, again, use your intuition, allow the limitless power of your unconscious mind answer your problems by using symbols, memories, and hunches. So we're really just opening self to truth in a manner that we are guided and protected in. All right, so for pile number 1, we also have, yes, repeat. So from 2 different decks, we have 9 of Wands, Spirit reminding us, keep going, keep pushing, keep the passion for life. Don't give up. Fight through any challenges that you're going through. Fight through that shit, because it's only temporary. It's not going to last forever. Look at the movement of the horse. The horse is every second passing, it's getting closer and closer to that summit. But the road to it is going to be rough. You see, this is like, we say a'a lava, which is that rough, like sharp lava that you get all cut up on. Okay, it's not going to be an easy road, and you're going to want to try to procrastinate and delay things. But really tune into self, higher self, and higher source of truth. And keep pushing with this repeat Nine of Wands. Keep pushing, keep it moving, keep it going, keep it flowing. Fight through any delays, any challenges, any conflict. All right, these are my real ass cards of guidance. Let's see what we got. Abundance. Abundance is coming to you. You know, that place that you seek to be in. Under this full moon, it is bringing in unexpected gifts, kindness, perhaps relief from stress, either in a financial, emotional, psychological, physical sense of relief. You know, it's almost like your debt is being cleared or paid off by receiving this abundance. Yes, the spirits are fond of you. You know, you are genuinely liked. There are positive impressions of you, and people like your aura. They're drawn to you like a bee to a flower because you restore, refresh, reset the joy, the peace, the happiness in their day. Wow. But first, before we reach that summit, that accomplishment, that zenith, we must make an offer. What are you willing to offer, divine? The ancestors are at the altar asking, where my money? You know, where is your faith, your belief? It looks like it's time to cut some things off. Before you make that offering, make sure you get rid of any of these attachments that are not allowing you that full potential. Yeah. Entering the labyrinth side means the direction you've been headed lately, either mentally or spiritually, is in a direction that's saying, be careful, don't get lost, you know, don't get lost in the maze. That's why it's time to cut off certain attachments, certain beliefs, certain friends, you know, certain partnerships, whatever it is that you feel or resonates with you, whatever truth is being shown to you as what needs to be cut off is for you to decide whether you're going to do that. You know, but divine doesn't want us to get lost in the labyrinth. We have to kind of go through the maze to get our bearing and our grounding. You know, this might be a time that we're caught up in our head, in our mental madness, or like lost in our head, in our thoughts, in our emotion, in our anxiety, or in our doubt. But don't get too deep. Wow. Two-timing, two-faced. This is not a time to be hiding your truest self and wearing a mask. And this reminds me of the labyrinth when they had that masquerade. They were all wearing masks, you know, to kind of confuse and mystify Sarah, I believe was her name, to get her all mixed up and lost in the labyrinth and distracted with time, so she didn't accomplish what she set out to do, you know, which was to reach the Goblin City and save her younger brother. But don't be one of the people causing more confusion and vibrating in a way that is putting you in a house of mirrors, or doing that to other people, causing delusion and illusion. All right, let's get one. I'm going to get one of the Isis Oracle cards. All right, so a final message that pile number one needs to hear. Mahalo. Past life, present power. You see that time? Time's a ticking, just like in the labyrinth. The time is ticking down. And we want to be able to reach our goals and our accomplishments. So take off the masks so you can clearly see. As the soul grows in service of the great feminine and her intention that all beings be healed and freed, it gathers internal resources to assist on the path. These resources include powers and gifts from other lifetimes. You are currently integrating past life abilities. So be open to what is taking place as your soul awakens ancient power and abilities in you. Yes. So we have to reach a point where we are open to these abilities, where the veil or the membrane between the two worlds is thinned. And I feel like if you've been having a lot of dreams lately, or deja vus, or been seeing a lot of synchronicities, it's like a sign from divine and from the other side saying that that membrane, that veil, that screen, that portal is being thinned. But again, we are under the influence of this full moon. So this is that portal energy, that death energy, to get through to the other side, to exit the labyrinth. Because to exit the labyrinth, it means that we're finding our purpose and our direction again. And we're coming out of our thoughts, our anxiety, our minds, you know, our depression, perhaps, our delay, our procrastination, our doubt, you know. But these things that are coming in fast, these dreams. But we're not going to give up, yeah? We're going to continue to charge forward. All right, so if you chose pile number one, this was your reading. Hopefully it resonated with you. And if it did, then please don't forget to go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. But yeah, in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead, clear the table of truth, and move on to pile number 2. All right, if you have chosen pile number 2, this is going to be your reading. And the stone that I was going to say that I chose, but that actually chose the pile. The stone that came out or fell on the deck was this opalite. This like opalite heart stone. So maybe we're going to be talking about matters of the heart, or opening up that heart chakra, which might start with opening up the throat chakra. As I said in the beginning, I was feeling this area be unsure and doubtful and wavery and anxious. So it wasn't getting the truth out the way, or the oli out the way I wanted. But we shall see if I am correct. Let's see what pile number 2 contains. All right, so the first card we have, the Fool. So under this direction of the full moon, it's looking like you guys are really just going for it. Whatever it is, you're just going for it. You're just making the decisions somewhat impulsively, but I'm feeling like I'm hearing enough is enough. Just do it already. And sometimes that could be a bad thing, but I don't like to say bad because it's such a low vibrational word. Sometimes that could be a little misleading, if you will. But I feel like you're really backed by divine, but there's definitely going to be an unknown journey ahead coming out of this, the other side, coming through this full moon energy. So let's see what's going on. Wow, communication in reverse. So maybe you're having trouble. Yes, maybe the truth is stuck right now. You're having a difficult time really expressing what it is. The clarity, interactivity, and timing of communications is critical, and you're sort of almost foolishly having a hard time with that. So let's see what else. Accomplishment. So by moving forward and taking these bounds, taking these steps to just do it already, you're on the path to accomplishment, or if not, reaping the benefits of accomplishment. Remember past accomplishments as a way to overcome present self-doubt. So also just know how far you've come. What are you walking out of or away from? That's the ocean is a very, very strong energy. It holds a very powerful mana. So just know, as far as you've made it, even taking this step and being doubtful of it, know how far you've come and all that you have accomplished to get here in this space, in this sacred space of truth. All right. Yeah. Chuck those limitations. Chuck that doubt, because limits is in reverse. So we're getting rid of these limits. Know that limiting attitudes are often formed as protective reactions to past events. So the hardships that you may have suffered and the things that you come to realize has led to you to accomplishment. Just know that we're no longer holding on to. Remember, I feel like this could be, if you pick this deck, you may have also picked pile number 1. But in pile number 1, we had scissors. It's time to cut the limitations off, the anchors off of you, to break the chains. Break the chains of worry. Yeah. Throw away worry and limitations. What does it say? Worry. Worry is attachment to a particular outcome and the fear that it will not come to pass. We ain't worried about it. We're not setting limits. We're throwing that doubt away. And yeah, it might be a risk. It might be misleading, but we're willing to take that chance to just do it, to just go forth, go ahead. All right, let's see what else we have. So from the tarot, yeah, Knight of Cups. We're willing to expose our own emotions, or to keep pushing through our emotions. Or this could also be, really offering more love to self, and offering love to self as well as to others, but moving forward in your growth, in your emotional stability and strength, moving forward step by step. Every step you take in this direction will lead you forward with less worry, less bondage to whatever is limiting you or holding you back. It's freeing up or opening up your voice box, your throat chakra, your communication. Let's see what else. Yep, it's doing so in such a way that it's inspiring you to keep pushing, to have more passion in your words. We're stepping out of our emotions. We're strengthening our emotional stability, and we're stepping into firm action and leadership. So, yeah, and that's going to bring happiness, because you deserve and are worthy of this joy and happiness. You are the sun. Don't let them steal your light. can't make this up. This is what was channeled. I literally just took cards and blindly put them face down. So now I'm reading it and it makes sense. So this is definitely your time to shine. And not in a boastful way or a braggy way of like, look what I'm doing, look what I'm accomplishing, but in a way that's like, look who I'm becoming, look who I am. Wow. Your soul is rising. And again, we are up super early before the sun even came up. Do not just wake up, but rise with or before the birds. Early dawn, this is about early dawn routines for the mind, body, and soul. Redirect your days to help guide you to your purpose again, or to keep it on course, you know. And this includes taking care of self, knowing who you are or who you're becoming. But in order to be that version of yourself, again, we're ridding ourselves of limitations and doubts, fear and worry. We are strengthening our emotions, and we're moving forth with our motivations to find happiness and to allow our soul to continue to rise and elevate. What is this? Yeah. So we have randomly incompetence and speak your motherfucking mind. All right. So the incompetence card, this isn't so much negative, but it's telling you that you might have had feelings of low self-esteem, not believing in yourself, you know, or being resistant or lazy to change because it's too hard. This card is about acknowledging and being active to pull yourself out of this mindset, which is the mindset that sometimes we have when we're rising in the morning and, you know, we need to go drink water and do our stretches and do some yoga and meditation and or go take a walk or jog or run or whatever it is that you do in your morning routine. Let it be of life. Let it dispel any feelings of incompetence, because this is a limitation and we're getting rid of that. So this is a card to just acknowledge and be active towards pulling ourselves out of the mindset that we're sometimes in when we need to really get to center. All right. And here we go with that throat chakra. Speak your motherfucking mind. This is about your truth, your realist truth. And the voice chakra is open. The mana, the power flows. And either, you know, people are going to resent it or be humbled. But whatever it is, we are rising. And we're not afraid to do so. We're not afraid to move forward for ourselves and for our own happiness. So let me get a final card for pile number 2. This is your overall message Divine wants to deliver. Pile number 2. Ooh, we have 2 cards. All right, first card we have Portal of Light. That moon is shining bright, basically, baby. So it is only this physical reality that is bound by time and space. You are a conscious being on levels beyond the physical world. You're guided to work with your healing powers beyond the confines of time and space. You will not become ungrounded through such spiritual work. You are not leaving your earthly connection behind. You are merely adding to it. So the work that we put in to ourselves, to our passions, and to our power, it's not something that gets left behind. It is part of who we are. It is part of the soul that we carry into and through the portal or the veil to the other side, through the transition of death to worry and fear, death to limitations. You know, we have to understand this is the work that we have to put in order to truly reach that happiness, those levels of serotonin just flowing through, opening our chakras, you know, to receive divine light and love. Last card for you, pile number 2, Lady of the Stars. Sirius is a celestial goddess, a star of unconditional love and wisdom at an extremely high vibration. She brings deep soul awakening, spiritual gifts, and a high capacity for divine service. She asks you to pay attention now, because something significant is taking place at a spiritual level for you at this time. Wow. All right, pile number 2. That is, oh, I'm feeling that energy through my hands, like, it's like a tingling. It is receiving this information. Please be open and open to share if you want to share this video with someone that you feel will appreciate it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and move on to pile number 3. All right, so welcome pile number 3. If you chose this deck, then here is your reading for today, the influence of this full moon on you. All right, so pile number 3. I actually chose, well, I keep saying I chose. I didn't choose. I literally just tumbled the stones in my hand and let them, whatever was meant to fall in that pile, fall. And this stone, if you will, chose pile number 3, chose you guys. And this is sea glass. So, wow, speaking of tumbled, sea glass is literally just broken down or smoothed over broken glass. Like it's kind of tossed around and smoothed by the movement of the ocean, you know, over time. So, but it's also still fragile, you know, it's still breakable, it's still shatterable, but it's very, very strong to withstand and withhold the power of the ocean and allow that tumbling, that pounding energy to turn it from something sharp to something very smooth and soft and beautiful. Anyway, if that makes sense. Maybe that will have something to do with what lies in your reading, but we shall see. So, pile number 3, the first card that came out. Wow. 4 of Wands. So this is harmony, this is peace, this is reaching that like self-satisfaction and self-care and self-love. But also, when you have that, it exudes to your partners, to your friendships. It becomes part of your aura, and that is what people see. That is what you project, and that is what is reflected in the eyes of others. So, yeah, having entered the ocean, possibly broken, damaged, having entered this phase of life, feeling discarded, feeling broken, possibly, and being pounded by the waves, the emotions, the struggles, the situations, all of that has allowed us to smooth our rough edges and to be a spectacle that reflects light, to be transparent enough where our souls are seen, where we can be seen and we can refract that divine light. Anyway, so let's see what the cards say. First card we got. We are getting rid of the idea that we have to be perfect to receive love, to give love. We don't have to be perfect. So we're walking away from this ideology that's kept us trapped. It says, be content to know that perfection is just a distant utopian goal to which we journey, but we never arrive. Pause in reverse. I'm seeing now's the time. It's okay to move forward. It's okay to get out of this period of stagnation, or this period of delay, or this period of pause, or being stuck in our heads. We're moving away from that, and we are taking action again. We are taking action to visualize the future that we want for ourselves first, and everything else will fall into balance and harmony. When we develop our abilities to visualize, we can manifest maximum influence on our experience of reality. But we got to get out of this idea that everything just has to be lined up. No, trust divine guidance, and allow yourself to really develop your abilities to visualize what you want, to be clear with that visualization. All right, let's see what the tarot has. Wow, yes. We have the Judgment cards. So judgment, you know, this is a time of realization, of really stepping into our purpose, and our purpose being expressed to us. Ace of Wands. Our purpose will be exposed. Our purpose will be shown. But we can't hesitate. We can't pause at this time and be doubtful of ourselves and be doubtful of the gifts that are being offered. You know, we want to visualize, but I feel like once you see what is entailed, like what you meant to do, what the verdict is, you're a little hesitant, you're a little doubtful. Don't be doubtful. Step away from this energy. You know, we want to be able to be open and accepting of our divine gifts and our divine energies that are bestowed upon us and within us. Running. Don't be running on anyone else's timeline or path. This is about staying your own course, about minding or tending to your own affairs by staying in your own motherfucking lane. But in order to do that, when you're running, you have to learn to pace yourself, to do your breath work beforehand, to really tend to self-care, healing those weary muscles, perhaps, you know, building stamina for life's journey. Take a deep breath, step out of that doubtful, hesitant stage, and learn to accept these gifts. Don't be doubtful. And this is a card of doubt, so don't be running away from all of the things that you want to visualize, you know. Believe in yourself that you can handle whatever it is that is put before you. It's all going to be worth it. This is about you realizing that you are worth it. You know, releasing that doubt, that uncertainty, low self-esteem, imbalance. That doubt, low self-esteem, imbalance. Divine wants you to give up. No. Divine doesn't want you to give up. Patience pays off. Patience pays off, and it's time to rest. Rest your mind, be at peace, restore, renew your energy again. Because at times your spirit can be exhausted building that stamina for life's journey and minding your own affairs. You know, it's exhausting to keep that energy, keep that vibe, keep that essence about you. But Divine wants you to know you need to get some sleep. Maybe you haven't been sleeping that well. Maybe your sleep has been interrupted by a lot of different crazy dreams. But you deserve that peace of mind. And stop sleeping on opportunities. So wake up and face your reality. Divine is just like, this is what it is. This is what it motherfucking is. Okay. We have mirror image. Now, originally I channeled this card and it means, you know, someone is emulating or replicating or copying you or what they see you to be. You know, they reflect you and they see themselves in you because they want to be compared to you because you're like a guide to them. You have icon energy that you give off. But this is you to you. This is just a card to say, look in the mirror. Now's the time to really see, dive deep into who it is you are, or what it is you're reflecting. That is why it's important to really stay our course, to know that we are worthy, and to get our rest, to be at peace, to regain harmony and balance within ourselves. Kamanu, the bird. You were born to fly free. The caged life was not meant for you. So this is a card that I channeled about a refreshed courage and self-confidence, self-growth. This is about evolution. These are the pearls of wisdom and enlightenment. I ain't no flightless bird. I was meant for higher heights. Divine heavens is home. So your freedom is basically what is refreshing to others. And you look in the mirror and you see this bird that is not meant to be caged, that is not meant to be restricted, that is not meant to be blocked from all the divine abundance that you visualize, that you want, that you desire for the balance, the harmony, the love, the self-care, the peace, right? That is yours to visualize. And no matter what is put before you, do not be doubtful. You are the bird. You will fly high. You were not meant to be a chicken, basically, only flying to a certain level and then falling back down. You don't want to be burdened by too much heaviness. So let those things lift off of you so that you can lift off. All right, let's get a final message for pile number 3. Final word of truth about how this full moon is affecting you. This is what Divine wants to say to you. Divine truth be spoken and shared. Yes. We have this scarab beetle. Beautiful card, by the way. But this is the life restored card. Spiritual, so Divine is telling you, is speaking to you. Spiritual resurrection is gifted to you now. Whatever part of you or your life you thought to be dead is being revived and will flourish back into life. Just as a phoenix rises from the fire, transitioning from death into life, so too will you rise again, healed and renewed. Mahalo Keakua, mahalo Divine Truth, Divine Source. Beautiful messages. I just feel I'm almost at a loss for words because something just called me up out of bed. Get up, girl. Get up early and let's tune in because these messages need to be heard. So if you chose pile number 3, that is your reading. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe if you're so compelled. And yes, I trust that Divine will deliver an abundance of love and peace and patience and kindness and compassion, wellness, health, healing, all of the glorious things that you are worthy of. So have a beautiful day and I will see you in my next video. Love, light, and always aloha.